Hello, everybody. So this is the podcast for Algebra 2 for March 4th. So what you guys are going to be doing is called composition of functions. That just means you're putting a function inside a function. That's all that it really means. Big word for small process. So here goes. This notation with an open circle, you guys have yet to, that's a new symbol for you. You know closed circle, but you don't know open circle. This means multiplication. Open circle means composition. And I have to walk you through what that means. I'm not a huge fan of writing it with the open circle. I much prefer it this way, and Delta Math is going to jump back and forth using both ways of writing it. But I prefer this way, I'm just being honest. Okay? Using this one to explain it, g of f of x is how you say that. Whatever, when you use the function notation like this, it's a recipe. Whatever I fill in here, this is what I'm supposed to do with it. So if I wanted f of 3, it's telling you whatever I filled in here, there's where I put it. So I get 3 squared minus 3 plus 7, and you evaluate it. So when you look at g of f of x, back up a second. Let me rewrite this. It's two different colors. Okay, come on. Here we go. G with f of x inside it. So let me write it separately. G of x. That's what I fill inside this pattern right here. Okay? Whatever is in here, this is where I put it. Well, what's in here? F of x. This is inside the g function. This is inside this. This whole function is there. That's what it's telling you. So how do you do it? Well, I think the easiest way to do it, when you're given a number, you want g of f of -1, is you start on the inside and work out. Find f of -1. So they're telling you to fill in -1 here. Okay? Now remember, when you fill a negative into a parenthesis or into a variable that has an exponent, you got to be careful. So remember, you can put parentheses. And this is also going to help you for what's coming here in about 5 minutes. I'm going to fill -1 in here. So this is worth 1 plus 1 plus 7. So f of -1 is worth 9. F of -1 is worth 9. That's what this is worth 9. Remove all that and fill in 9. G of 9. Oh, I just want G of 9 now. So fill a 9 into G. -2 plus 14, and I'm filling a 9 right there. So that's -18 plus 14. The answer for this is -4. Okay, we'll try it again. Here they're using the other notation. In the previous one, it was g of f of, in this case, -3. They're writing it in the other notation, which I prefer over this one. Okay? Evaluate what's inside it first. There's f. Write the function without the variable. Put that number inside it. So you get -15 plus 11 is -4. What's inside g is worth -4. So now really all you're finding is g of -4, because all of that in the red box is worth -4. So fill a -4 in here. And remember, it's best to write it with parentheses rather than just the number, because the square here, I'm filling in -4. -4 squared is -16. That is correct as it's written, but that's not correct for how it needs to be written here. It needs to be in parentheses, because -4 squared is worth +16. If you don't type this in your calculator with parentheses, you'll get it wrong. 16 minus 16 minus 11, those cancel out, and you get negative 11 for an answer. Okay. Now, notice that they aren't giving you a number in these ones. Okay. This is the same thing as g of f of x. Again, what you're filling in to g is f of x. You're filling into g what's inside it. Because g of something, this is what you're going to fill in here and here. Whatever's inside g, that's what you put there. Well, what are you putting there? F of x. Write this function without the g. Write g. G of something is this. Something squared plus something minus 15. I'm going to pause this a second, you guys. Okay, sorry for the interruption. Okay, to jump back in there. So what you're filling into this is f of x. F of x is being filled into g. There's f of x. Fill it in. So you're filling in this x minus 8. X minus 8. Now what you guys have to remember, now it says standard form. So what that means is I can't leave it here. I have to expand this. And you have to remember, so if I have 3 plus 2 squared, you know that that's 5, and 5 squared is 25. If you try to distribute this in, you'll get 9 plus 4, which ain't 25. Okay? You do not distribute an exponent over adding and subtracting. So this piece here is not x squared minus 64. Nope, it is not. You have to FOIL this out. So you get x squared minus 8x plus 64. So you get x squared minus 16x plus 64 plus x minus 8 minus 15. And now you combine like terms. So you get x squared, these two, minus 15x plus 64 minus 15. So that would be what well, I'm going to do it because I made an arithmetic error the other day, so I think it's 39, but let's give it 64 minus 15. 49, see? That's what I'm saying. Plus 49. Okay. That would be your answer. All right. Let's try it again. G of f of x. I want to fill f of x into g. So write g first without the variable, parenthesis in its place. Whatever's on the outside, write first. Okay? If it was f of g of x, then write f first without the variable, because this would be filled into g. Okay? But g's on the outside, write it without the variable, put a parenthesis in its place. Fill f into that space. Distribute, so minus 4x squared plus 20x minus 8 minus 7. Okay, so minus 4x squared plus 20x minus 15 would be the final answer. Okay, thank you guys for your time. Have yourself a great one.